FPL camper on the road, chasing points where dreams are sold.
Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This is a game week review, or it's supposed to be a game week review, more like a looking ahead to game week 4 mid-international break video. I don't know, something FPL related. We're back. Wow, how funny is it that my last video was posted 11 days ago, took a long break, and we're still only halfway through international break. Jesus, another week to go. I remember why I hated the national break, even though I really needed this one. I was supposed to make a video last Monday, so a week ago. Usually I put my game week reviews on Monday, but I just had too many feelings. I had a horrible game week, and yeah, maybe it's good that I didn't do it. I needed that break. I needed to just let it out, because it would have been a completely different video. Maybe a better one for some, but I think just my head is clear. I have forgotten that I had a shitty game week. FPL finally back at its glory, luring us, having 2 okay first game weeks and be like, okay, this isn't too bad. I'm enjoying FPL again. Around 1.5 million. Considering not playing the chips, it's not too bad. Boom! Train crash. Used both my free transfers to bring in mostly Chris Wood, because I didn't have a good captaincy. Ironically, my captaincy by default before I brought Chris Wood in, not that I was going to captain him because I was looking for someone else, but it was on João Pedro, who did well again, got 9 points. And then Chris Wood, of course, just like classic FPL, blanked. My captain blanked. My team overall underperformed severely. And it was a pretty bad game week. What can I say? That's to the point where I was like, why do we keep doing this? Why do we do this to ourselves? This is pure addiction, ladies and gentlemen. It is pure addiction. We are no different than the gamblers. The only thing is we don't put money into it, so we don't risk that. But in psychology, we're the same, because if you ask all the, people, therapists who've dealt with a lot of people who had gambling addiction, they will tell you the same thing. It's not the money or winning that gives them endorphin. It is they get the most amount of endorphin rush when they put the bet, when they set the bet on. And that's what happens to us, because regardless how bad we do and how much it affects our life and mental health, how much time do we put on preparation, we're still back to it. Here it comes, another game week, and we're back to it. We're like, I had a bad game week. I need to play the wild card. What times are analyzing? Look at all the XG and all of that. Even though we know that's not how it works. You can be prepared so good and have a shit game week like I did last game week. And that happens to all of us. And we're still back next week. Because, this time I'm going to nail it. This time I'm going to be on my way to win FPL. Everyone knows. The 11 million people know that only one can win the FPL, ultimately. And you have to have an incredible amount of luck. And we still put hours and hours, week in and week out. Look at me, I even do content instead of spending time with my kids. Anyways, we love FPL, so welcome back. I have missed you. I've missed FPL, I missed football. So we're going to look at how we did very quickly and look ahead in the game week 4. I have 2 injuries again. I dealt with one last game week, and now I have to deal with 2 again, so I'm most likely going to take a hit. So let's just look how the team is looking. Just jump straight into it, ladies and gentlemen, because we don't have that much time to lose. I mean, we literally do. That's what we do. We love losing, spending time thinking, talking about FPL, and all of that stuff. Yes. There we go. Okay, let's just go to the FPL app over here. Here's the FPL app. Yes, let's go to fantasy. As you can see, I am on 42 points. 48 average, way below average. I mean, even if you're on their average, that's a bad game week. When you're way below average, that's incredibly bad. Yeah, this is a team which didn't look that bad at all on paper, but it performed severely bad. Oh, so many bad things happened. Okay, let's start with Sanchez, 6 points. I'm actually happy he's gotten 2 clean sheets in 3 game weeks. That's not too bad. Not going to dwell too much on that. Van de Ven, super disappointing. Again, who did they play? Bournemouth at home. What a game that was, actually. How about we give a shout out to Bournemouth, who sold their entire back line. And they had like, by the end of the game, they had like 19-1 attacking or threats. Yeah, like chances created. Ridiculous. I know they only won the game 1-0. Or was it 1? Yeah, 1-0. But they just dominated Spurs. And Spurs, who had looked happy. Why am I saying happy? Who had looked good on the first game weeks. My brain is not even working because I have so many thoughts going around. They look bad. And why I'm saying that, because I have to remember this. I'm going to talk about the wild card because it's a very popular topic this week. A lot of managers are playing the wild card. And I'm going to say the title of this video is probably going to be something about the wild card. It's going to be a clickbait, obviously. Drag you into it thinking like, oh, maybe this is a wild card draft. I'm going to look at it and it's like, no, I'm not going to play the wild card. And I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't, unless some managers need to play the wild card. I get that. Too many injuries, too many bad picks, too many like players that we thought were going to start and their save is not secure. I understand that context, but I'm going to tell you later why I'm not going to play it and why you probably shouldn't. Gabriel, 2 points. Disappointing again. That Liverpool, Arsenal, wow. That's another thing that fueled my rage on Monday. And I didn't make a video because so much negativity. So much negativity on Twitter towards both, but mostly Arsenal for some reason. I don't know why. And you know, as an Arsenal fan, I don't like seeing that. It's just, it's unjust when both teams were boring, played it safe. And yeah, Liverpool won, kudos, but again, it wasn't an entertaining match. I get it, but blaming one of the teams is just there's so much hate, especially from the pundits and all that stuff. Ugh. I don't want to dwell into that, so I'm not going to be a part of it. Milenkovic again. What happened to Nottingham Forest? We were literally targeting West Ham. This was supposed to be a bang-on clean sheet and a hat-trick for Chris Wood. Chris Wood blanked. And they conceded 3 goals. What happened? That's why I'm saying FPL was truly back this game week. Because the 2 teams, the Tottenham and Nottingham Forest, Man City, who looked good on the first game week against the Wolves team, looked horrible, horrendous again. So 1 point there. Salah, blank. I expected that, and that happened. Shocking that the AI was predicting 7.8. Like the highest. He has the highest predicted points for this game week. I mean, sometimes this is what I'm saying. Like AI, it's a good tool to help us. Sometimes you need to just be like, okay, now what are you drinking or what are you smoking? Like 7.8 predicted points against Arsenal, the best defense in the league by a mile. Shocking. Rangers, again, 2 blanks after being the hot. He's already have 2 price increases. I won't be shocked if he drops in price, but people are not selling him. I think because he's still good value. He still played 90 minutes, but just didn't look as attacking. City in general didn't look as good. Ismail Assad, one of the shining lights of this game week, and then goes on in the last minute of the game with a hamstring, and it's apparently going to be out for 4 to 8 weeks, which is, that was the only, I've spoke so much about Ismail Assad. It was the only player in my team that I said over and over, I'm not going to think about him because I was from the beginning. He was the first name on my team in my first draft before the FPL started. I was happy to have him. I wasn't going to great value for money, and then he goes and gets injured. Now there's not many good players around that price range that I like. Disgusting. Semenyo, blanked, played very well though, so it's fine. Bournemouth are looking great, so happy to have him. I think he's had a price 2. He was 7, so he's had 0.4, but I bought him for 7.2, I think. or 3. I think 2. So that 2 price increases. Anyways, Chris Wood, what is there to say? As I already said, super disappointing. Nottingham Forest in general, very bad. We move. Mateta, happy, especially that now he has this run Sunderland at home, West Ham away. Even though, yeah, Ismail Assar got injured, Eze's not there, I'm still happy he's on penalties. Great pick. A lot of people are looking to bring him in on the wild card for this game week, so no complaints there. And João Pedro, obviously, no complaints there. Richards on the bench was just like, another thing that I was supposed to bench Gabriel, and if you look at my last video, I switched last minute with Gabriel. I put Richards on the bench. And on top of getting a clean sheet, he gets 2 DEFCONs. I haven't got a single DEFCON this season so far. Or that was in my team and not on the bench. So here it is, Richards on the bench. And then Estev with 1, Saka injured, was supposed to be dealt with. Okay, let's just go quick on the pick team. So this is where I'm at. I do not have a good team. But I'm not going to play the wild card. Let's start there. Because it's only been 3 game weeks. And if we've learned anything this 3 game weeks, is that do not believe what happens in 1 or 2 weeks. As I said again, City started great. Oh my God, Rangers I need to get more City players. Boom, boom, 2 defeats. Tottenham, wow, looking impressive. 2 wins in a row, beating City away, getting dominated at home by Bournemouth. Nottingham Forest, what a defense, keeping clean sheets, left, right, and center. West Ham, the weakest team in the league. We should target West Ham. Boom. Beat Nottingham Forest 3-0 away. So how can you get the confidence? Aston Villa. So many managers went with Watkins and Rodgers before the season started. They've looked terrible. They can pick up pace and look good in the future, so we don't know. But that's what I'm saying. We don't know. I don't think we've learned anything. I don't feel comfortable playing the wild card. Because what team would I get? Let me just tell you. I'll probably keep Sanchez. Because I don't want a 5.5 goalkeeper, and I don't think there's a better 5.0 goalkeeper out there. Gabriel is going to be there. I'll probably switch Van de Ven. I'll keep Richards because of this run. Milenkovic, I would probably switch to another player because Nottingham Forest didn't look good. They had an embarrassing defeat at home, and there seems like to be unrest in the team. But I'll probably keep Estev because he's 4.0. I'll probably keep Dubravka because there's no other goalkeeper at 4.0 that plays. Salah, probably keep because we don't know. Yeah, they played very difficult teams. He might still go on bank. He's going to be my captain for this game week. Reinders might be someone else. Dewsbury Hall, but that's a knee jerk. Ismail Assad, yeah, I probably need to sell him this game week, but I can deal with that. I can get a -4 and sell both Saka and Assad. Semenyo, managers bringing him on wildcard. João Pedro, managers bringing him on wildcard. Mateta, managers bringing him on wildcard. And on top of that, the players that I would want to bring are probably, the likes of Gyökeres, but that can wait. It's not an emergency. And I don't know, maybe switch Haaland and Salah, but that's not. I'm happy to keep Salah for a few more weeks. So yeah, this is Wood. I'm not happy to have Wood there, but he's probably going to be sold. Eventually, I wanted to sell Mateta for. We'll see. We'll have to see also what happens with Isak. So many transfers on the last game, on the last day of the deadline, or the deadline day, last day of the transfer market. So many transfers got in. We have to see how they do. We have to wait. We don't have enough information to play the wild card, so you shouldn't. And I'd rather have a bad game week this game week, short-term pain, long-term gain. Think about that. We'll get way more information in 2 or 3 game weeks. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. And let's just go to transfers. So Saka seems to be back in training, which is shocking because here's says unknown return date and is a dark red, while Ismail Assar is a yellow, 75% chance. I think Ismail Assar has way less chances of playing than Saka has. They're saying on Twitter, at least the rumors are, that he might be back for Nottingham Forest this game week. That would change a lot of things. He's probably not going to play. I'm likely to sell him because I really want Gakpo. I want to have double Liverpool for this run, at least. Burnley away, Everton home, Crystal Palace away. But again, if Saad was not injured, I would deal with Saka. But now that Saad and Saka are injured, I'm just like, if Saka there's chance to play, there's rumors, and he gets integrated into the first team, I might keep him, but let's see. But if I'm going to sell him, he hasn't dropped more in price, luckily. It's just 9 points. And same with Ismail Assad. There's been little price changes these last few days, so that's good. But this is what I was thinking of. So I was thinking of going something like Kakpo. And I don't really like anyone around that price. I mean, I have 8.8, but I don't think I'm going to go for Man United because they don't have, their run is not good. City away, Chelsea home, and even Brentford away is not good. And then Sunderland home, okay, better. And then Liverpool away, Brighton home, not easy. Nottingham Forest away, Tottenham away. That's a horrible run for Man United. And people with this, what I was saying, people were bragging managers with double, Mbuemo and Bruno Fernandes last game week. Like, oh, look, oh. I'm like, yeah. Look how your team is looking the next game week. Or game weeks to come. They're playing the free hit. They're playing the wild card to get them out now. So that's sometimes need to, think long term. One of them having is fine, but having two is just, but yeah. I don't want to have any Man United. And then what I'm very interested in is actually Eze. Because if he starts, Martinelli has been poor. Arsenal fans are losing patience. Eventually, Arteta is going to lose patience with him. And I feel like if he starts nailing that left wing spot, I would love to have him for 7.5. Especially now that Saka losing penalties has, devalued a bit. For 10, he's still great to have. I would love to have Saka. But for 7.5, having Eze on the other wing, that would be, I would love to have this setup, Have Salah, Eze, Semenyo, Gakpo. Gakpo could be someone else also, because let's see if his place is safe now. We might see, Isak starting an attack and then Ekitike playing on the left. I don't know what Slot is going to come up with, but I think like for these 2 game weeks, Gakpo is fine, because Isak is going to take a bit of time to be integrated. Let's see if he starts tonight. They're playing my country, the mighty Kosovo against Sweden. So Isak might start. He didn't start the last game week, and he didn't come off the bench. So let's see. He was on the bench though, so that was interesting. And maybe they'll feel like Kosovo is pretty poor. We performed so bad against Switzerland. It was horrendous actually, which is shocking because the games previous to that, some friendly system, other Nations League, we did pretty well. So everyone was surprised. But let's see how the game tonight goes. It is being played in Pristina, so might be a different game. But yeah, Gakpo I want to have for that run. And Eze could also be, Grealish. Another player that is, it's looked good. It's looked good. It's like a Ferrari in an Everton team. Other than that, Gordon got a red card. I don't want to Tottenham. Xavi Simons could be one to watch, but again, haven't seen too much of him. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm not comfortable going there now. So Madueke, he's starting instead of Saka. It's been look good, but again, Saka is back. He's going to lose his place. Rodgers, I don't want, even though Aston Villa doesn't have very, Everton away, Sunderland away, Fulham home, Burnley home. That's a good run if they can get their shit together. By the way, who's the Harvey Elliott went to Aston Villa? He could be interesting. What is Harvey Elliott? Xavi Simons? Elanga? No, I don't trust it. I don't know. I don't trust. He got benched on the last game week. Grealish, as I said, good. Kudus, maybe. And then the rest of them are uninspiring choices. Where's Harvey Elliott? Let me see here. Elliott. Harvey Elliott. Yes, he is a midfielder. And he cost 5.4. Wow. So we can actually get Harvey Elliott instead of Reinders. If Reinders keeps just getting 2 points and doing nothing on attack, it might be a good... having this will probably give me some... So I want to have Gyökeres here. Let me tell you something. If I have Eze here, so I have exact money to have this setup if there's no price changes. Obviously, I'm not going to make 3 transfers this game week. I would probably go Eze and Gakpo. and then bring Gyökeres the next game week. However, I'm sure if there's going to be price changes, I'm surely, yeah, something's going to change, and then I won't have the money. It's very tight. But anyways, if I put Gyökeres, I'm just going to test very quick here. And instead of Eze, I put Harvey Elliott, but that's too weak of a midfield. I wouldn't be comfortable with that. Elliott here. How much money would that give me to remove Mateta? 9.6. That's not enough. Because I was thinking Isak. How beautiful it would be to have Isak. I don't have to downgrade Salah probably. Because where else do you make? Or either you don't have... Yeah, so if I kept Chris Wood, or just have Isak instead of... Yeah. We'll have to see. Anyways, for this week, most likely what's going to happen... And my team selection video, by the way, is going to be on Friday this week because unfortunately I have a meeting on Thursday at work. After work, it's going to be until 8, so I won't have time to make a video. But yeah, this most likely is going to be Gakpo and another player here. I don't know who. I want to have Eze. I don't feel comfortable because I don't know if he starts. I'm going to keep that place, but it would be fun to have Eze go a bit different, and it's very low owned. How? What is ownership of Eze? I'm sure some people had him. Where am I now? 7.5. Here. His ownership 11%. Yeah. I think it was some people had him since Crystal Palace. So, but yeah, it would be fun to have Eze and Gakpo. Yeah, and suddenly this team doesn't look as bad. I would bench Wood and have the rest of them starting. Another thing that I thought of doing is if I just even if I don't make these transfers, I have money enough to go for Timber because Timber is looking fire. He has been looking fire. Same with Calafiori actually. So I don't know. But anyways, that's just that's way less likely to happen. Investing on defense because I have to address these two. But yeah. This is where I'm at. And lastly, which I shouldn't forget because I was supposed to do this every game week review, is look at our league. Look at the league standings. Here it is. We're going to look at the league. Now there's 24 people. I'm going to put the league code somewhere up there. If you want to join, the winner of the league gets their favorite football team's shirt. And this is how it's looking so far. In number 1, it's Alex Millar. With 199 points, 1 point shy of 200. And then we got Firas Eshili and Bruno Oliveira on number 3 with 185. I mean, it's still early, so they're pretty close to each other. Beson Schlako, a friend of mine, is on the 4th place, 181. Again, not so far away from the first and the others. Number 5, Darren Husky. Should we do a top 5? Don't need to go longer than that because there's also going to be a bigger distance the more we go into it. Because right now it's not. I am currently number 10, 165 points. Wow, it's 45 points away from the first place. Well, we need to climb that up. I can't give up so easily. So this is where I'm at the moment. Let's look at the teams. 57, Richards, okay. Captain João Pedro, good captain. Captain Wood, just like me. Wildcard, Captain Holland. Interesting. You see this wildcard team, and now he has Buemo. Saad needs to deal with. Chris Wood is a good long term. Lenioro is a good long term. Yeah, this is what happens when you play like Lacroix on the bench. Ouch. Virgil on the bench. Ouch. Wow. But anyways, I think I want to leave it with that. This has probably gone over 20 minutes because I can see my screen recording is only 20 minutes. I'm sorry that. Wow. I'm sorry for that, but this is it. Slightly longer video. Yeah. As I said before, we're gonna do a team selection video on Friday night, which is probably not enough time until deadline. Do we have a Friday or Saturday? Which should be a Saturday deadline because of the national break, obviously. But yeah, it's not gonna be a long time. Not good for the channel, especially like on a small channel. The videos sometimes take so long time to get out there. People don't watch them because they look campfire. They don't have the theme. But anyways, thank you so much. If you've kept watching until now, I appreciate you. If you enjoy the videos, please like and subscribe. Help us grow more and more. Help us put out there. Like the video. Comment if you can. Share it. Do as much as you can if you want more people, the videos to reach more people. But anyways, I'll see you on Friday, and thank you for watching. Bye. Subscribe. Come on. Just do it. I'm waiting. Just do it.